how to actually lose weight, keep it off without any GLP-1s or nonsense going into your body. We want to do this sustainably, foundationally, so that you can live the rest of your life healthier and with less pounds on, looking good, feeling good, having great energy. That's the simple solution everybody wants, and it doesn't have to be that complicated. The number one thing to do is focus on protein. So what I want you to do is avoid all these ultra processed protein products and get real protein into your meals. Something like Greek yogurt has more protein and less sugar, much healthier for you. But the protein, why you focus on protein, and I'm talking about 2 grams of protein per kilogram of body weight, because that's going to fill you up. It's going to satiate you when you consume protein at your meals, which will stop snacking, it will stop you cravings, and it will basically build the foundation of a healthy diet. Protein first for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So number 2 is focus on reducing sugar. Sugar spikes your blood sugars and then crashes you down, leaving you low energy and reaching for the next snack. And you get on this energy cycle that basically starts to cause problems because you overconsume and you want more and more snacks. And you think you might be buying a fruit and nut bar, which is healthier for you, but the reality is these are 4 teaspoons of sugar per bar, low in fiber, low in protein, and they're going to spike that blood sugar. They're not that great for your health, even though they're all natural. Sure, they may be better than a chocolate bar because it's all natural, but the reality is you want to consume protein. If you're snacking, go for nuts, go for things that are going to fill you up to stop you eating more later on. You want satiation and protein and fiber and good fats. You don't want sugars because they're hidden everywhere. If you look at this whole aisle, you think you're buying a healthy breakfast bar, full of sugar. You come to a flavored porridge pot, full of sugar, all added sugar, and it's putting you on this roller coaster throughout the day. So the key to keeping your weight off and keeping it sustainable is to focus on proteins and fats and cutting the sugar so you have stable blood sugar throughout the day and you're not on that roller coaster reaching for the next snack. That is number 2. And finally, number 3, you've got to ditch the diet culture, the calorie counting, the meal plans and recipes that are really hard to follow and make it complicated. This has to be about ease. You have to do something and make changes that are going to be sustainable over the long term. So the simpler they are, the easier they're going to be and the more chance you're going to have of continuing with whatever the changes are you make. So the third point is really ease, but that defines how do you eat healthy and how do you eat to lose weight? Well, if you just eat meat, you eat vegetables, and you eat dairy, I promise you, you will lose weight. You have to eat whole foods. The classic concept of meat and 2 veg is how Brits have eaten for hundreds of years, and that's how we should continue to eat. Think about meat and 2 veg. And now speed is another part of ease, right? If you don't have time, instead of going to Deliveroo, get yourself over to the mincemeat section, get yourself a pack of mincemeat, whatever, make that into a burger, put some cheese on top, chuck some sauerkraut, some kimchi, some pickles next to it, and you've got meat and vegetables, and it takes you about 5 minutes to make. Really simple, really affordable, and you've got healthy, nutritious food. If you're doing that for the most of your meals, meat and vegetables, lunch it can be eggs and avocado, whatever, you're gonna be healthier, you're gonna lose weight, because when you do that, you're focusing on protein, you're focusing on good fats. So also make sure you add some like olive oil to your veggies or whatever. That is the way you can be healthier, lose weight, and basically sort out your life. Ease and simplicity, meat and 2 veg.